Well, time now for a look at what else happened in politics today. The Parliamentary Budget Officer is casting doubt on the government's promise to reduce homelessness. Yves Giroux released a report today, and it states the government would need to increase its funding for housing programs by $3.5 billion on a yearly basis if it wants to achieve its goal of cutting the rate of homelessness in half by 2028. The report also says despite efforts to reduce homelessness, the number of homeless people in Canada was up 20% compared to 2018. In response to the report, Housing Minister Sean Fraser says the government is working to increase the supply of affordable housing in Canada.
The truth is that we can't just support homelessness initiatives at a community level if we're going to actually end homelessness, which needs to be the goal. We need to actually build out the affordable housing stock so people have a place to go, not just receive temporary supports. That's why we've increased, both in the recent fall economic statement and then again in the recent federal budget, by $1 billion in each instance, more support to build out affordable housing stock.
Canada's upper chamber has new rules to govern how it works. Under the changes adopted, more privileges will be given to the Senate's 3 groups of independent senators, groups that are not tied to any of the political parties. The move is just the latest effect of Justin Trudeau's decision back in 2014 to cut Liberal senators from his caucus, freeing them to operate outside of the party. Proponents of the new rules say it will further modernize the Senate by giving greater voice to independents who now make up more than 80% of the Red Chamber. But the Senate's Conservative leader Don Plett says the new rules will effectively limit the power of the official opposition. Canadian church leaders held a press conference this morning in Ottawa advocating for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of individuals held in captivity on both sides.
This afternoon and tomorrow we will meet with members of Parliament to discuss our calls, which are an enduring and sustained ceasefire, an immediate flow of life-saving food, water, aid, fuel, and humanitarian assistance, the release of all captives, the end of all arms transfers to Israel, and the end of occupation so a just peace can begin.
The group, made up of leaders from several Christian denominations, as you heard, also called on the government to end all arms transfers to Israel and officially recognize the state of Palestine. And finally, today marks the 45th anniversary of Joe Clark's victory over Pierre Trudeau's Liberal Party back in 1979. Elected at the age of 39, to this day, Clark remains the youngest person to be Prime Minister in Canadian history, and the anniversary is being marked tonight at Ottawa's Shaw Centre, where the former Prime Minister will participate in a fireside chat.